Valorant. Whoa. Let's hold up for a second. Let's bring it back. This is a bit too high production for me. Ah, that's so much better. Valorant is a 5v5 tactical shooter with some hero shooter elements, and I'm kind of addicted to it. Okay, not as much as Siege. I mean, when I'm with friends with Siege, I kind of just go full comp mode on that. Valorant borrows a lot of elements from CSGO, but it's not a direct clone like a lot of people seem to think. Both are very uniquely different games. CSGO is more about using your mechanical skill to kind of win a gunfight. Valorant is about hero composition and ability usage. Gunplay kind of goes second. Now, when trying to convince people to play Valorant, yeah, that didn't go so well. Hey, man.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Do you want to play Valorant?
Absolutely not.
Wow. It's quite blunt. Son of a bitch. Did you just hang up on me?
No, I think there was some lag or something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me try again. If that's the case, do you want to play Valorant with me?
Absolutely not.
You mother. Right. How about I teach you how to play the game?
I want to play some Valorant. You have to stand still when you shoot people. Off, shoot people. Ah. Okay.
Please pick up. Please pick up. Please pick up. Do you want to play Valorant? You please. Is that a yes?
Fine, if that makes you stop crying.
Silent Shadow lied to me. She said she joined me on for that session, but she didn't really. So instead, I'm going to use you, the beautiful viewer that's watching this video, and I'm going to teach you the 3 basic things that you need to know if you're going to play Valorant or are playing Valorant but want to get better. You need to understand movement and shooting. You need to understand the angles and positioning that you need to take. And then finally, you need to understand the economy. All right, boys, let's get into this. Let's get this. So to start with, we're going to talk about movement and shooting. Movement and shooting in Valorant is going to be very different to other FPS games. We'll take Siege, for example. Very simple, very straightforward. Because I play this game all the time, I can make a direct comparison. Siege, you can run around, you can shoot, you can do whatever the f*** you want. I don't really care. You can just kind of aim around. There's no, shot inaccuracy when you're moving around or stuff like that. Valorant, nope. You ain't getting away with that sort of stuff. You need to understand how to stop, move, and shoot. Let me explain a little bit more detail. Now looking at Valorant, as you can see from moving and shooting, your bullets are going everywhere. But sneaky thief, why aren't my bullets going where my crosshair is placed? That's because there's 3 kind of inaccuracies that you've got to deal with. You got movement inaccuracy. You got the natural spread that the guns produce. Okay, and you've also got the recoil pattern, which is kind of commonplace in a lot of tactical FPS games. Now, a lot of these you can mitigate. The only thing you can't mitigate is spread. It's just a natural inaccuracy that your gun will produce depending on the type of weapon that you're using. That's unfortunately just something that you have to deal with many of the guns in Valorant. It's also something that you deal with in CSGO, but Valorant's a lot more extreme. Now, with movement inaccuracy, simple. You don't move at all, and your bullets will just stay the same majority of the time. And then you have the recoil pattern. Now in Valorant, the recoil pattern is slightly randomized, but it has a general pattern that you can follow, as you can see with this clip right here. But again, you're gonna have to kind of understand the general pattern in order to pull down. Now, when it comes to movement inaccuracy, but sneaky thief, I'm now an open target. How do I move and shoot if my bullets are gonna go everywhere? Well, that's where counter-strafing comes in, my friend. Counter-strafing is a vital tool if you want to get good at this game. Now to counter-strafe, all you got to do is use these 2 keys, A and D. That's it. That's it. I mean, in other games it's called AD. I don't know why, but we'll go along with that if it makes more sense to you. The general gist of it is basically if you're moving in one direction, For example, if you're moving left using A, you want to let go and then press the D key immediately. What that does is stop the velocity of the character from continuing to go left. Because in a game like Valorant and CS, your character doesn't immediately stop when you let go of the key. They're still going to keep going. So to counteract that, you want to press the opposite key, for this case, D, in order to stop. Takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but trust me, go into the training range and just keep practicing it. You'll notice you're getting it right when you're stopping your movement straight away and you're getting the perfect recoil pattern going forward. So there's no movement inaccuracy where the bullets start to spray all the time. You're just going to get the standing still accuracy. That's when you know you've done it right. Now with angles and positioning, we're going to separate them into the two. Starting with angles, you want to hold a line of sight while exposing little amount of your body as possible, therefore making it harder for the enemy to kill you, and as a result, still giving you somewhat of an advantage in a gunfight. However, if you're trying to take back position or trying to move forward, there's a little rule of thumb that you need to take when you're clearing out angles that enemies might be holding. And it's called slicing that goddamn pie, boy. So slicing the pie goes like this. You're just taking each angle from 180 degrees field of view, one by one, usually starting from right to left or left to right. With the main goal here, trying to make 1v1 fights between you and the enemy and making them on your terms. Now with positioning, this comes with just learning the map so you know what's safe to play, but also what's risky, but may give you a slight advantage. There's two terminologies you need to know: safe angles and off angles. Do not get these confused with angles that we talked about earlier, they're still linked with positioning. A safe angle is an angle where you can hold and fall back to in cover in case you're taking a couple of bits of damage or you're getting overwhelmed by a lot of people. The bad thing about this is that typically a lot of people will know about these angles and will usually pre-fire them. An off angle, however, is an angle where you can take the enemy by surprise. These are angles that people don't expect for you to be holding, and you can use these on one-time use or maybe 2 times if you can get lucky to surprise the enemy and maybe get a free kill. Using agents, for example, like Jet and Chamber, can allow you to get out of dodge and use these off angles very, very effectively. Now we talk about the economy. And this is where basic maths are going to be needed. And if you can't be bothered to do that, you're fucked. I'm not joking, you're actually fucked. Now with the economy, it's going to be quite complex, but I'm going to break it down as much as I can. Let's start with the pistol round. This is the most important round in the game because it will dictate how the economy goes for you throughout the rest of the half of the match. Now, if you're a confident aimer, I will usually suggest going for the Ghost. If you want a little bit more HP, go for Light Shields. But I will typically say to every single player, always buy abilities in the pistol round. It gives you a slight advantage and helps tips the gunfights in your favor to ensure that you win that round. If you don't, then you may have rounds where you're trying to get back that money to make it on an equal playing field, but as a result, you're sacrificing rounds in the future. Depending if you win or lose will determine what you have to do for the second round. If you lose, for example, you'll have to do what is called an eco round. An eco round is where you spend basically nothing, if not maybe on shields, to try and mitigate the loss and make some money back in the next round. You're also trying to kill your opponents so that you can damage their economy and try and level out the playing field that way. Now, if you won, what you want to be doing is called an anti-eco. It's in the name. You're basically trying to counteract the eco play from the other players. You'll usually buy SMGs, maybe some light shields, but something that will make it very difficult for them to win a gunfight compared to you because you'll have the better weapons, not them. Also keep in mind of these two numbers, 3900 and 3300. This is the amount that you need to buy heavy shields with a Vandal and Phantom and light shields with a Phantom and Vandal. Keep these tips in mind when balancing your economy. If your abilities prioritize getting a heavy shield, do that and sacrifice that for the light shield, or if you feel like you're more confident, go for the heavy shield. Find what works for you as well as what works for the team, and you should be able to win more rounds. And this is it. This is the end of my 101 guide for Valorant. Now, I know there's a lot to digest since it goes over the essential mechanics at the most basic of levels, but give it time and give it practice and you should hopefully start seeing improvement. But at the end of the day, this is all about having fun. And if you're having moments like this clip right here, then that's all that matters. Take care. Goodbye.
Banana!
Banana! Okay, nice job. Nice job. Scream it again.
Nice, guys.
Scream it again if you...
Banana!
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 Nice.
Actually did make it.
Holy crap, I got 3 kills from screaming banana.
Oh yeah.
Banana!